Best day of my life. Tomorrow's not promised. Go on to your little dance where they still playing your song. Now, stay your ass out of prison, bro. Food sucks. The outfits are horrible. Let's dive into it, man. Looks like unconstitutional conditions in Georgia prisons.
Out of control. That's how the Department of Justice described Georgia's state prison system.
After an 8-year investigation, tonight the DOJ says the conditions inside Georgia's prisons are unconstitutional. The feds are now demanding the state take immediate action. Atlanta News First reporter Patrick Quinn spoke with justice leaders who found in recent years Georgia prisoners are being killed inside prisons at 3 times the national average.
Tonight, the U.S. Justice Department dropping the hammer on Georgia prisons, saying the state is allowing for unsafe and unconstitutional conditions.
People are assaulted, stabbed, raped, and killed.
The system out of control. From Macon and Columbus to Savannah and Augusta, up from Atlanta to Rome and Gainesville.
Bro, I did a report on this. When was this? This was a year ago. Y'all still ain't did nothing. Right now in the state of Georgia, let me show you this. Right now in the state of Georgia, there are a total of, first of all, let me say rest in peace to, let me see if that brother's still on my page. Rest in peace to Andre, but I think they call him Hot. He was at Hancock State Prison, and he was at Hancock State Prison. Damn, bro, Andre Weems. He was at Hancock State Prison. Right now Hancock is they on lockdown, so. But I'm gonna have a report coming on later on, man, with some brothers that said Hancock, man. And unfortunately, fuck shit begets fuck shit. So it just might be the beginning of another war. It could be another war inside that. Oh man, I'd be trying to figure out, where does it stop? When does it stop? Does it stop? We're gonna finish listening to this, but this is some stuff that they saying that it was unfit a year ago, and they still hadn't done anything. And I think that bro might have had some issues with the Hispanics. I hadn't got the inside scoop, so none of that's official, but I'm definitely gonna have some input coming, man, touching on this topic.
Justice Department just released this 93-page report that found the Georgia Department of Corrections is in violation of the 8th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which protects prisoners from cruel and unusual punishment.
We can't turn a blind eye to the wretched conditions and wanton violence unfolding in these institutions.
Kristen Clark, the U.S. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, said...
Matter of fact, if you in the junk and you want to get at me, man, look, go to my Instagram. My Instagram, on Instagrams, is best day of my life. Best day of my life. Let me go to my page. Go to this page right here. If you inside, can you see that? Go to this page right here. Get at me. Hop in my DMs so that we could try to figure something out. I like to spread some light on the situation, bro. Get at me so we can let the people know what's going on. I think that you've had the DOJ, you've had the general attorney, you have all these people saying it's unfit, and people are dying. And right now, bro, it is 178 deaths, 170 deaths inside of the Georgia Department of Corrections this year. We're not even done with the year, bro. It's September. And we've already exceeded the amount of deaths that we've had last year. They're saying last year the numbers were bad. Bro, what is going on? If we don't spread light on this situation, man, people going to continue to die and kill in chain gang, bro. People is ODing on drugs. This shit is ridiculous. Yeah, I was trying to stay away from my exclusive videos from prison, but I think I'm sitting here, I'm giving you my perception of it, bro. I'm 20 years removed from the chain gang. We got to talk to the people that's inside the chain gang, man. This shit that went too far. It's ridiculous, man. And we got to take a different approach. The approach that I want to take is because a lot of times we see the end result. We see one person sticking another person, and then I'm looking at the comments and they're like, shit, oh yeah, they animals. They need to be treated like this. No, let's take a real humanistic aspect as to what's going on. So where are you from? How you get into the situation? What were you affected by? Because you can't actually change. Change won't come unless you do the fucking research and stop assuming certain things. It's like me looking at a character in a movie and thinking because I've taken a snapshot of this full motion picture that I got all the details. That's not true, and it's so inaccurate, and it's not fair to other humans. It's some bullshit, bro. I'm listening, though. Come on.
Since 2016, DOJ investigators found persistent understaffing, under-supervision, illicit drug use by Georgia prisoners, and a rampant gang presence. The Justice Department alleges the state has failed to protect prisoners from violence and harm, and that's especially true for LGBTQ prisoners.
Our findings reveal that the leadership at the Georgia Department of Corrections has lost control of its facilities.
I reached out to the Department of Corrections. They took offense to the report alleging federal prisons are just as bad. A spokesperson for the state wrote, quote, DOJ's findings reflect a fundamental misunderstanding of the current challenges of operating any prison.
DOJ's findings today reflect a fundamental misunderstanding of the current challenges. Man, what the fuck are you saying? Right, they told me to stop using so much. What are you saying, bro?
Prison system, and DOJ's track record in prison oversight is poor, often entangling systems in years of expensive and unproductive court monitoring. For the Justice Department,
What does that mean, bro? What does that mean, man? What does that mean? Translate that, bro. What?
Department fixes in Georgia's prisons started adding more staff, creating a better housing system, and improving how they report problems so they don't persist.
It's time to turn the page. We hope that our report marks a new chapter for people held inside prisons across the state.
Now, what's next? The DOJ says they actually want to work with the state to fix these issues, but said consent decrees, which are more legally binding agreements, could be implemented. Also, the DOJ said if the state does not act reasonably with appropriate actions within 50 days, they could file lawsuits. From downtown Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta.
Within 50 days. So then let's go to, okay, who can file this lawsuit? Let's go lawsuits, GDC. GDC lawsuits. Did y'all file the lawsuits? Georgia DA suit over, this 2 years ago. Hold on, Georgia DA district suit over law to oust prosecutors. Nope. Again, video court hearings. Nope. No prisoners. Let's go prisons. I just want to see, because sued over rape allegations. Georgia Department of Corrections. That was 9 years ago. Begins video court hearings. What? The state versus Caleb. Arraignment form signature not clear. What? Deaf inmate files lawsuit. Justice Department investigating Georgia prisons.
He had been locked up since 2013, and he got real sick.
Lisa Garcia's son Brandon died last November 23rd at the Georgia State Prison in Reedsville. She says he was not given any medical attention and died in his cell.
Something needs to change in there. I mean, they're dying in there every day.
We must ensure the inherent human dignity and worth of everyone, including people who are incarcerated.
Recently, Assistant Attorney General Kristen Clark announced the Justice Department is launching an investigation into conditions in the Georgia prison system.
Bro, that's cap, bro. Y'all ain't doing nothing, man. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Let's see. It's prison arrest. That's 3 years ago. 3 years ago. 26 killed in 2020. Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Listen, man, that's fucking retarded, bro. You telling me 26 in 2020 is 2025, And so now we have an estimate. No, bro, what you got going on? Quit doing it. Okay, so I just want to get an accurate number. Shit, this is July. These are July murders right here. These are the July murders right here. Shit, you got more than 20 right there. You got Brenda Evans, Shaquita Vaughn, Jarquin, Dwayne Best, Harold Hester, Joseph Wayne Clayton, David Michael Dixon, Woodrow Wilson Hodges, Steve Wayne Glenn, Robert Tanner, Ricky Ring, William Long, Randy Stewart, Thaddeus Perry, Anthony Young, Dakota Duffin, Jadiel Rozier, Justin Freeman, Melendezio Hatcher, Marcus Hoskins, Xavier Adams, David Campbell, Russell Carter, Warren Dutton, Brian Smith, Jeffrey Lay, Danielle Callahan, Michael Kendrick, Larry Richards, Lloyd Winham.
Even before I was reincarcerated to do something.
The DOJ says last year at least 26 inmates were killed in Georgia prisons. This year, they say nearly 20 have been murdered.
No prisoner's sentence should include violence at the hands of other prisoners while behind bars.
Diamond sued the Georgia Department of Corrections for cruel and unusual punishment after she was abused, she says, and her medical treatment denied.
I would be set up by guards to be sent into rooms with other gang members. I was physically raped multiple times. I can't tell you how many times I was abused.
Atlanta attorney Tyler Schermerhorn represents the family of Bobby Thompson, who died in Wheeler State Prison last year by suicide after being placed in confinement.
We just had families coming out of the woodwork telling us about not just instances.
They ain't doing nothing, bro. No updates. No updates. Registered. No updates. How is contraband getting inside the prisons? They're not safe. Inmates guards at risk in Georgia's understaffed prisons.
2017, moments before prison break.
County 911.
We have a DDC bus. The officer has been shot.
Ricky DuBose and an accomplice killed 2 Georgia Department of Corrections officers, escaped a prisoner transport bus in Putnam County, and went on the run, leading law enforcement on a multi-state manhunt.
Oh, man, they smack on a high-speed train. It was a non-stop 72-hour crime spree until they were arrested.
Putnam County Sheriff Howard Sills.
That ain't the story we're talking about right now. Trump DOJ lied about torture prisons. Uh-oh, who is this?
We've got the receipts that show that the Trump administration and Department of Justice has been lying to federal judges about their removing people to El Salvador.
That ain't what we on. I don't even have no real updates. Damn, bro. Hey, man, get in the comment section, man. That shit is discouraging, bro. I'm out, man. Stay out of prison, bro, because you could die. And won't nobody caring there. Because you citing abuses, you doing all this, but it's not, y'all not doing nothing, though. Something has to be done. You got to do something different. Got to do something different. Prison affairs violates cruel and unusual punishment. So y'all hindering with the lawsuits, but it's the state. The state not going to allow you to. Prisons under investigation by justice. All this is old stuff, bro. It's no new stuff. It's no latest developments. There's nothing going on. I'm out, man.